Hello, teachers. I want to present you my project about good manager. This is a character of two movies. It's Monsters Inc. and the University of the Monster. It's Mike Wazowski. Um, let's try to consider about his personality. I was thinking about that. I was thinking about it before you gave us this project work, and when I was while I watched it many years ago, I think that uh, he was a kind of example of a good manager, because he reached everything that he has with using his mind and with using of supervisor and manager skills. In the second film, it's prequel. We just meet with him. We see how everything is started, how happened his promotion in life. We observe his growing, his starting of friendship with James Sullivan. It's the team member of the small team. They are a great tandem, and in this tandem, Mike is a great leader. The goal of the performances of the studying is scaring people, scaring children to obtain as much as possible in energy, because it's the way to obtain an energy for the world. And when they entered the university, they didn't know each other, but them they started to be the nearest people. And At the beginning, we see how Mike was not so confident, because he was like cutie and small, not so strong in his appearance, but his mission, he's smart, his creativity create from him. This is a manager, and his strategy. He is working. He started to be. He make Sullivan be the scariest monster in the corporation. And this we see, these things we see in the main part of film, because at the prequel we observe how the fault when they occurs in people's world. Mike just turned upside down when he planning this mission, and they just turned back to monsters world because of Mike's strategy. And then the main part, we see the promotion, how everything happened, how Mike supervised Sullivan, how their behavior to each other, and how he obtaining decision, accept any risks, and we see that it's worth it. This character is so sensitive. He has an empathy to people, and he supports all the time James. He like a coach, and he bring him up all the time. And the first steps, when he did the first steps when they was in conflict. He is so flexible and intelligent. And this character inspired me to just understand that everyone can be the leader, everyone can bring up in themselves these manager skills, and the appearance of the person is like not not make sure so that he can't. Just you need to believe and do. And it's very important to not give up anytime. Tasks for Mike that I chose, it was the building of the monsters company, his own monsters company. I wrote these 15 points these 15 steps that he needs to do in the way of build his own company. The duration was mentioned in the 2 columns, started in the end, and we see in this schedule how it moves. Something in the one time occurs and goes separately. Something just need to be step by step. Functions of management that he have it's planning, control. Planning, why planning? Because he is a leader of the team, and he, as I mentioned, he's like coach as a supervisor of James. He always plan how he needs to scare children. The plan he bring him up, just make a schedule of his life. Just all the time he understand that he is a leader and he needs to control everything also. And he figured out a plan how to help liquidate the enemy Randall. He is a competitor of and also co-worker with them and in the one corporation. And how it shows control that Mike all the time try to act and try to control James' actions. He just keep all the process in his hand, and in such way they can achieve their main goal, their main target. Also, it should be mentioned that he is a good organizer. Yeah, organization is not predictable things, but Mike also always have plan B, or every time when they need to overcome such problems, when he occurs in the world of people in the prequel, or in the main part when they occurs in just in the world where was only snow and Yeti snowman. He figured out how they can how they can turn the back to their world, to corporation, and how to bring everything in a normal way. Every danger they overcome together, but the Mike was with the leader qualities, and he showed it. Motivation, yeah, in the prequel, Mike was weaker than James, but after that he started to uh, looks up themselves and himself, and making work better. He was a like aggressive marketer who every time just forced James to be stronger, to be confidently, and his words sometimes gives me goosebump on my skin. It was really cool. You need to watch it to understand what I speak about. This is general information about open system to understand everyone what is this in general. Like, this is a system that has external interaction, and the team of why just Mike managed the open system, because the all information that they obtain, like the history of the children for scaring them, it's from external environment, because they have like history, like a small paper, or like paper with the biography, and after that they can plan the strategy of scaring them. And also when they turn back turn back the strategy of obtaining energy. It was Mike's idea. He realized that they can just achieve their goal not with scaring but with laughing, and this also he realized after practice that that's not only screaming but also a laughing can bring them an energy, and they change their tasks. And also the fact that they manage the open system, it's like they have an enemy, Randall. It's a worker who is a co-worker with them in Monster Things that I mentioned in previous time. We can draw like a parallel that he has a role of competitor, like in every organization in real life. But all the time they try to overcome each other, and they also obtain this energy from outside of the company. Also, it's picking up from outside. The next things is contingency approach. I want to draw a parallel with my one of my favorite character from the film Scarface, Al Pacino. But I want to mention that the destination was not so happy like Mike's. He was also like a Mike from. He started from the bottom. He was uh, he was like a person who live in slum and climb on the ladder to success. And when he started to be, when he obtained this success, when he was on the top, because of his efforts, mind, and strategy, when he started to be the richest, everything turns upside down because he spoiled himself. That consequences was like he started to be drug addict person and he was killed. It's because of due to his laziness, and he lost himself, and he lost everything because when he was on the top, he just put his hands on the ground. I think the Mike just would have behaved differently, because all the time when he was on top with James, he continued to do things do anything so to be better in the next work. And when he achieved the goal, he just go to the next job and make him his best on this side. So he shows he is stronger, he is working harder, and all the time continue to be successful. The task that he can do is a successfully developed company. He needs to these things as earn money, find investors or get a loan, rent a building, gather Monster's team employees, and hire administrative workers, carry out a training course. The next object is the setup and record of laughing. In the previous in the main part, they have a record of scaring, but also I think that while they can scare them the best, they can also end laughing the best. Make so for these things they need to make a plan of performance, come up with jokes, establish a graph of training, and work according to the plan. Next thing is organize the data with a girlfriend. It's Sally is his girlfriend, so he needs to organize something for remember about his love. Recognize when Sally will be free, because they work in one corporation but on the other sides. Find a beautiful place with table and chairs, discreetly slip in an invitation, buy a bouquet of flower and her favorite candies, say a few words about her appearance, and lead to destination. The next thing sets values of my character. He is a he is a person with high human qualities. He's empathetic. We see this in behavior with to James. The friendship that Mike is a person that can be relied on, and James, he like his brother, he behavior very generous, gentle, and friendly. Also, he shows us his sympathy to different characters, especially to Boo. He understands that she is a danger for them, but he not gives her up in danger. He just saved her life with James because he see how she is important for James. And also, love plays a big role in his life. Yeah, he was not so attentive at first, but after he saw how she is important for him, how she helps him, he tried to spend all free time with her and be more attentive. uh, External environment, facts from external environment, that uh, my character just was a student of school at first, and he was the best of student in school, in his class. After his entire university, his successful was not so big because he was more cutie than scared, but if it forced him to become a manager of James, and be ready to work like a manager or super or coach, not be a main scare person, scare monster. The second fact that he just uh, he realized that he find a new way to obtain an energy from laughing. So it changed the system. Uh, so great. Certainly, that Mike was like a dark in the war in this action, because he was really a person who can make people laugh. The next thing, so the main factor of indirect environment, external environment, that at start of his work he was not very successful and in scaring, and unfortunately, it makes him to be not so confident, and his intelligence was not a way of solution of his existence. So it forced him to find uh, how he can be helpful in this world, and how he can be successful in what he did. He obtained the Monsters Corporation, but as for this way, he started a part of this corporation as a supervisor because of his efforts, and it's really influenced the hero fate. Thank you so much for your attention. Thank you for having such tasks. It was really my pleasure to do this. Unfortunately, I have less time to present it, but I want to do this in more and more. Thank you so much, and have a great vacation. Bye.